Okay, Kelly, what is your most embarrassing moment?
Okay, so I remember, I don't know if you remember this, but it was, you were dropping me off for like class one day for middle school, and it was raining out, and I really didn't want to go. I was having like a whole thing, and I was crying, and I was like, I don't want to go, get out of the car. So then I got out of the car, right, and I walk in, and it's pouring rain, and I walked into school with tears going down my face, and then it happens. I just wipe out as I walk into the hallway, and everyone's laughing at me, and I was really embarrassed, and then I got up and walked away.
In school, this happened.
Yes.
Did you tell me this?
Yeah.
Well,
I told you later that day, remember? I said I got out of the car crying, and then you made me go in, and I fell on my butt in front of everyone, and everyone saw and laughed at me.
And that's when you decided to imitate Miranda sings.
Yes, of course.
Okay, Kate, what's your most embarrassing moment?
Another one in school. I think it was when I was just starting middle school, and I was being the biggest baby ever. Remember, I was like literally in tears crying because I didn't know where to go, and I was just so scared, and like everyone else knows where they're going except me, and I literally was like crying like a baby. Remember,
you were going from elementary school to middle school, and you had to start switching classes, and you were panicking, and you wouldn't get dressed, and I had to take you to school and hand you over to the guidance counselor that was going to help you.
And the freaking guidance counselor was like, okay, Katie, like, being like all like, because I was so like stupid and naive. She was like, okay, Katie, this is this, and this is that, making me seem like I was 3 years old, and that was really embarrassing.
It's a scary thing to go
and then,
from.
no, but, and then like and then the bell rings, and then here's me standing like not knowing where to go, and here's like, oh, okay, Katie, now you go this way, and all these kids are looking at me like, you don't know where you're going. Like I swear everyone knew where they were going except me, and I was just a huge crybaby. I was like a little.
I just remember
crying like a little schoolgirl.
Embarrassing thing that happened to me.
Okay, I'll come back to you.
Okay.
But yeah, if I can think of another one, but other than that, that was really embarrassing.
Okay, Kayla, what's one of your most embarrassing moments?
So mine's in school also. So it was like one of the first days of 6th grade, and I was kind of like Katie. I had no clue where I was going. Like I was confused with the C, E, and D wing. And I walked down the floor. I went down to the 8th grade floor, and I walked into the wrong room, and everybody kind of just looked at me. And then I was late to class. It was really
attention.
no, because it was the first week, so they don't really care the first week.
So you were on the wrong floor.
Yeah.
You were in the right wing, but on the wrong floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to go all the way back to the other side of the building to go up.
And that's the worst feeling ever, being the last person in class and everyone's staring at you.
Yes, I walked in and I was just like,
I love that feeling.
I hate it.
I'm here.
I walked in and I was just like, where do I sit? I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, Kelly has a second most embarrassing, so now we're going to Kelly.
Yeah, okay. So I remember I was in Cosmo, and
Cosmetology school.
yes, and we had a new teacher, and she wanted to get us, like, I don't know, pumped for the new year, I guess. I don't know. So then she came up with this game, and she was like, I need a volunteer. So, of course, I was like, hello, me. So then the game was that I had to be blindfolded, and that someone had to, like, you know, tell me where to go without walking into anything. Long story short, I end up walking into a pole and smashing my head into this pole, and, you know, it hurt. So they were like freaking out. I took off the blindfold. I was not aware of this. Every single class that's in this building was standing around because it was supposed to be funny. I didn't know this, so I just walked into a pole and, like, you know, went backwards, and everyone was looking at me. I had a big, huge egg on my head, and I was really embarrassed. It was embarrassing.
And the entire vocational school was standing there watching you.
Mm-hmm. It was really embarrassing.
Oh, I have another embarrassing story.
Okay. Ready? Alright, so last one. I was at church months ago. Yeah, Kayla was here.
I know the story.
And I sit in front of everyone because, like, I'm up there singing, so I'm facing, like, the crowd, the sanctuary. And
You were going to do
before the service was about to begin, you know, someone will light the candles, but for that day, someone forgot to do it. So there was a lighter across from me, and one of the ladies was like, "Psst, Katie, like, you know, light the candle." So I was like, okay. I walk over there, and I'm sneaking over to light the candle. They were set up on these, like, cardboard boxes just to, like, raise them up. And I just, like, you know, you tilt the candle over a little bit, and I lit it. I let it go, and I must have hit the box or whatever. The whole freaking thing falls down in front of everybody, and my face, I turn around, and I'm like, oh my god, like, and I'm like, I'm in church, and I said, oh my god, and everyone's looking at me, and then right away, you know, like, to keep the service going, the music starts, and I'm standing there like,
But the flame and everything was on, right?
oh, yes, but thank goodness, like, nothing caught on fire. I ended up, because I saw it falling, and I went, and I tried to grab it, and my 2 fingers ended up going, like, into the flame, so that hurt, and my fingers were, like, red, and, like, I had to, like, run to the bathroom and run them under cold water, but literally everyone saw. Everyone was coming up to me or texting me saying, like, oh my god, are you okay? It's okay. And I wanted to cry. It was so embarrassing. And people were coming up to me saying, like, it's okay, but it just made it even worse. I was like, don't talk to me. Like, I don't want, just get away.
You know what's funny?
That was really bad.
What's funny is when I do Acolyte, I'm walking up to the giant pole with a flame that's coming out of the pole, and I'm walking up the whole line of the service with fire on. And I have to, like, bend it so the candle goes
You know,
on.
she does it perfectly, and then
she
with
can't
me
do
with
it
the
lighter.
clicker lighter, and I ended up.
I'm going down with a pole that's taller than me, doing this with it on fire, and I'm doing this so it goes on, and she can't do it with a lighter. I was just like, you can't do Acolyte.
Did I ever tell you about the time I got detention in 8th grade?
This is gonna be like a 20-minute video.
I got detention in 8th grade for 10 minutes after class. Because, yeah.
Yeah, they're about 10 minutes.
Me and my friend, we were in class, and we wouldn't shut up every single class because we love Justin Bieber. So one day,
Just Mr. Cox.
yeah. So he would just get annoyed and just whatever. So one day we brought in the Justin Bieber perfume that was like new, whatever, and like we were like smelling it, and then he came over and he sat next to us, and we were spraying it on him without him knowing, and he goes, "What is that smell? What's that smell in here?" And everyone knows what we're doing. Everyone's laughing. He's like, "What? What's so funny?" And he turns around and there's a perfume bottle of Justin. He can't stand Justin Bieber, and we're like, "We sprayed Justin Bieber perfume on you. You smell so good now." And he thought it was funny. He started laughing.
Is he
but then-
married?
No.
I was just saying he would have been in trouble when he went home if he had women's cologne on.
No. He thought it was funny afterwards, but then he said that we shouldn't have done that, so he needs to teach us a lesson. And then we got 10 minutes detention after.
So he thought it was funny, but you still got detention.
Yeah,
How do
he
you
said it
get
was funny, but
detention?
you need to learn a lesson not to spray perfume on people. And
How
then
did you get detention from him? He's like the best teacher.
I don't know, I guess we wouldn't shut up.
Well, they sprayed perfume.
You know
on
what was
him.
funny?
He
When
told me I was
found
his
out-
favorite student, so.
You know what's funny? When he found out I was Kelly's sister, he hated me. I was just
Not-
like,
not
what did I do
actually.
to you?
Not
sarcasm,
like
yeah.
sarcastic. Like
I was like,
sarcasm.
what did I do to you? He goes, is your sister Kelly? I said, yeah. He goes, and he just gives me a look and walks away. I'm like, I remember I texted you. I was like, what did you do to Mr. Cox?
Yeah.
I was like, what
I
did you
sprayed
do?
Justin
'Cause now he
perfume
doesn't
all
like
over
me.
his back. He's like this. He's like, it's all wet.
Dylan!
Okay, one time, my dog went to jail, and
Look at her face. She's like,
This is Hattie's most embarrassing moment.
Hannah's most embarrassing moment was when she went to jail, and my parents had to pick her up, and she started freaking out.
We had to pick her up at the police station.
because she ran away.
Annie.
And they said if we got there before the shelter got there that we can take her. And when we got there, we were running behind the police station and we were getting ready to run through the door and we looked over and there was a crate and there was Honey at the police station locked up.
She was in the back of the police
Annie
car.
was in a crate
And she was
with a
crying.
cigarette hanging out of her mouth saying, nobody, nobody.
Hannah.
Honey's
Poor
been to
Annie.
jail, Honey.
She was upset though. She was crying.
She
Oh,
bust
boo.
bust out the air conditioner and ran away.
That's why we call her Houdini Annie.
Houdini Hanny.
Yeah.
That's Hannah's embarrassing moment.
Yeah, she busted out of the house,
And
got through
Dylan.
the air conditioner unit, and got arrested.
And the worst part is Dylan, her brother,
Didn't go
the
nowhere.
window was wide open, the air conditioner was pushed out, and he stayed in the house. He says, I know where my food is, I'm staying here. You didn't even follow your sister, Jill. Okay, here is our final embarrassing moment. Kelly was involved, but it wasn't her embarrassing moment.
It
But
was my friend
We're
Savannah.
gonna share it with you. Go ahead, Kel.
Okay, so I used to work at like this beauty discount place, and my friend worked with me, and she was just like new. It was like her second day there. They put her on the cashier all by herself on like the cash register. So I was stalking with 2 other girls, and we were just talking whatever, and Savannah was up there all by herself, and she didn't know what to do. So the manager said that like if she needed help to call the back office on the phone. So she needed help with something, and all of a sudden, instead of calling the back office, she uses the loudspeaker, and all of a sudden it's quiet in the store, and all you hear is, I don't know. There's a man here with a coupon, and I don't know. The entire store is quiet, and everyone's just looking at each other. She goes, I don't really know. Can someone come help me? And whatever. She's going on and on the loudspeaker doing this, and she just sounds like she's crying or something. So me and like my coworkers look at each other, and we're like, oh my god. So we start running up there, and she's just standing there like, I don't know what to do. And all the customers in the store are just standing there like, what is happening? Like, they were laughing, and my manager came up and he was cracking up. I feel like that was one of her most embarrassing moments.
What was the customer doing?
Well, he was just kind of standing there like,
I would have been
Like this
cracking
girl
up.
at the register.
no, yeah, like why is she here by herself? And then she was like, it's only my second day. And then
If I was in a store and I heard over the loudspeaker, hello, I would have been running out
that's
the door.
exact. She was like, help, I don't know. There's a man with a coupon.
There's a man with a gun. I need a coupon.
Oh my god, no, that would have been terrifying. But yeah, besides all her
Poor
falling
Savannah.
bits, falling into sewers, down the stairwells,
Poor Savannah.
that's one of her funniest moments.